Donald Trump is doing more racism and now they're Trump supporters now they're targeting the Barack Obama and Michelle Robinson. The previous USA president and first lady way back in 2008 and also 2012 and then 2012 to 2016 prior to Barack Obama ending his Barack Obama being a USA president twice in a row. And then Donald Trump showed up. A failed businessman who became president just because he used slogan and people didn't believe that Hillary Clinton could be a good president just because she was a woman. And while Hillary Clinton, her husband Bill Clinton, he was president. What Donald Trump is doing is trying, because Barack Obama, his dad is Ryan and mom, she's brown, African American, and Michelle Robinson, she lived on the mainland as a brown lady. Both hardworking people. Both great influences for people of the not just the brown community and black community, but also kids who would be growing up and see how hard you work, doing how positive that these people are, how nice these people are. That was typically what the Obama family is known for, and also the last family to interact with England. Barack, Michelle, and their two daughters, Malia and Tasha, getting to have the privilege to meet up with the late Queen Elizabeth II. Having getting to ride on a horse, carried ride around the castle. and Barack and Michelle showing respect to Queen Elizabeth. So that's how you show respect, because and Queen Elizabeth, yeah, the Obama family, they were most likely the most favorite out of all the USA presidents who visited regarding the royal family. But Donald Trump, what he did was he made this very rude, racist depiction of Barack and Michelle just because they're brown skinned, not Caucasian, light skinned. And he did something like a Photoshop, and you put their faces on monkeys. And what happened way before when many years ago, the clothing company H&M, they made this major mistake where on a white T-shirt they they labeled brown people as monkeys, and they received the backlash for that. So they had to apologize for doing racism, and not just them, but no. Anyway, let's get to this. More words from Bill McCamley here.
Let's have a real hard conversation about calling black people monkeys and apes and why this is horrible. Yesterday, Donald Trump posted a video showing Barack Obama and Michelle Obama's heads on the body of apes. And this is an old strategy that academics refer to as dehumanization. And what does that mean in regular people talk? If I can take away the way I look at you as another human being and think of you as an animal or something else other than lesser, I can do real bad shit to you and not feel so bad about it. And this has been...
Yep, that's what H&M did. So whoever did that, likely he or she is fired.
Used against black people for years. We can make you slaves, we can make you drink at separate water fountains or go to separate schools, and we're not going to feel bad because you're just a bunch of monkeys.
Yeah, that's what brown people had to suffer in North America. The same thing may have happened over in Europe, because that used to be a thing, and now you have famous celebrities over in Europe who are people who are brown. From musicians to actors.
And you may think, well, I'm white. What does that shit matter to me? And it does, because eventually this sort of thing bites you in the ass, and here's some examples why. My last name is McCamley. all my ancestors were Irish. And when they came off the boat back in the 1800s, it was fairly common for signs to be up in businesses that said no blacks, no dogs, no Irish. And we were compared to dogs as lazy, drunk, pathetic, less than humans. So business owners could not hire us, even if we were qualified, because we were less than human. If you're Jewish, in the run-up to World War II, the Hitler Youth, so young people in Nazi Germany, were forced to watch these videos where they would show Jewish people and rats, and Jewish people and rats over and over and over again to get it into their heads and brainwash them into believing that Jews were animals so that the Nazis could do bad things to them in regular times and then eventually kill 6 million of them in concentration camps. And this doesn't even need to be an animal thing. If you're of Italian ancestry and your ancestors came over here, they were called Dagos and Wops and Guidos and a bunch of other shit because Italians were perceived as these hillbilly, pathetic, non-working primitives that shouldn't get the same rights as everyone else. And in fact, a couple of singers, Tony Bennett, real name Antonio Benedetto, and Dean Martin, real name Dino Crocetti, actually changed their names to be more accepted in society because people looked at Italians as less than human. And this is really, really pertinent to today as well, because Donald Trump has in the past referred to all immigrants, especially brown ones from Mexico and Central America, as animals. And right now, just down the road from my hometown in New Mexico is a detention center in El Paso, where a bunch of brown people are being kept in really, really shitty, horrible conditions. And Trump is thinking, well, fuck it, since they're a bunch of animals, I don't care, and neither will Americans. I'm betting Americans are better than that. I'm betting we can recognize the humanity in our neighbor.
The only people who actually were put in that detention center, which was started by Barack Obama and Vice President Joe Biden at the time, they actually put actual illegal immigrants in these camps. But now Donald Trump is throwing people in these camps, whoever he doesn't like. He doesn't care if you're Republican, Democrat, whatever race you are, what gender you are, whether you're LGBTQ or what religion you. Not just Christianity or other kind of religion. He doesn't care. He'll treat you making MAGA calling you like these immigrant aliens and what aliens? What aliens are supposed to look like what the Simpsons showed like or ET one-eyed or two-eyed or multiple legs or they have a whatever you think an actual alien looks like. So respect anyone who actually bleeds red, has 5 fingers and 5 toes. And anyone who came into the Western countries in North, Central, and South America is an immigrant. Unless if you're an indigenous person now. Although some people, they're 100% indigenous, or some people, they may be like 50% because there's back in the day there was some Europeans and indigenous people, mixed marriage, that was a thing, and that also happened in Canada too, so. And USA is commonly known for racism, and while not all people of the United States are racist or xenophobic, there were some people how they treated the Chinese when making cross country railway system. And then there was what when World War II happened and how they treated the Japanese comedian, and he putting these people in camps. So if you were even like maybe Japanese descent, or a part of you is like my family, your ancestors, one like mom and dad or their grandparents might be Japanese. Yeah, you would be put in a camp even if you didn't look traditionally Japanese. Now, U.S. President Harry Truman would close those camps, but they never gave their like these Japanese people their jobs back. Got to start all over again. And you know what the recent Grammy Award speech that Billy O'Connor said that about the stolen land. If you don't know who Billy O'Connor is, her music name is Billie Eilish. And her brother Phineas actually agreed with her saying this. So Phineas and Billy O'Connor, they're not really like smart people. And while Canada is had apologized way back in 2007 to Stephen Harper and giving right to the indigenous people and having indigenous people in parliament. And the province of Manitoba is founded by indigenous people. Currently, the premier of is Wapkinu. Indigenous descent, 100% can indigenous. You say doesn't really recognize different cultures. They expect everyone to accustom to their ways while endorsing other people's cultures without giving respect to those people. And what Donald Trump did say way back in 2020 and 2021 regarding the coronavirus pandemic, he accused the Chinese people of starting the coronavirus pandemic, but the laboratory, was actually funded by USA, so USA is partial blame. And he started all this hate again toward anyone who looks Chinese and anyone who is Chinese. So while people are listening to K-pop music, like the OG, from the OG, the one from Big Bang and 21 to the current BTS and Blackpink and watching movies like Parasite and the recent Netflix series that popular K-pop Demon Hunters. There's still a lack of respect toward the Asian community. And of course, the Mexicans, while there were some illegal citizens who happened to be Mexican, Donald Trump did that border thing, and but how did Donald Trump is treating Mexico still trying to benefit of Mexico without respecting Mexican people. And now disrespecting Canada with the threats and trying to take over Canada just because Canada has resources that USA does not have. Scarce, hard to find. And Donald Trump, reminder that he grew up of a privileged kid. His dad, Frederick Drumpf, he was a German immigrant who went to USA because he did not want to serve in the temporary military service that men have to do. And then he changed his last name to Trump. And then Fred Trump, the son of Frederick, he was a rich businessman who would give his son, Donald Trump, $1,000 as an allowance. Now that's crazy. for any USA citizen. And he was a spoiled, entitled kid by his grandfather and his dad. So he thinks that he can do whatever he wants and get whatever he wants. And what did he eat most? Yeah, McDonald's Happy Meals. So no wonder how stupid he is. And this is why, Donald Trump on his second term, and now look at what the USA is now. It's the divided states of North America, not the United States of North America. So, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney and Mexico President Claudia Steinbaum, and also country leaders, prime ministers, presidents, and Germany chancellor. All of them have decided to not do any trading with USA. Less trading, more interacting with Canada and other countries that instead where there's going to be like no issues. Now Canada had friendly ties to China now, while even though back in the day there was some resentment between Canada and China. Still major trader number 2, because USA, they can't do well without Canada's assistance. Housing, Canada softwood, and aluminum, and a whole bunch of other resources, trees. Yeah, USA gets that from Canada. The California wildfires, yeah. Canada and Mexico helped. Mexico through land, while Canada dropped water bombs by sending water bombers. And did the USA ever give like a thank you? We never heard that. Only a few USA citizens. There were some morons in California state that think that it was the USA doing it. No, you have to pay us over in Canada, especially the Quebec company Bombardier, the company that created this snowmobile. So this wouldn't have happened if Kamala Harris she was running as the president of USA. Still friendly trading with Canada and Mexico. And actually, Kamala Harris, she had the most votes, but Elon Musk, he rigged the votes, and most people who either who did not vote for either Kamala or Donald, yeah, it's their fault. That's why Barack Obama keeps saying, vote. If you want a better USA, vote. Do that next time.